Patrick, sometimes people have questions, and I feel like it's our job to answer those questions for them.
Oh, that's a tall order.
At great personal risk, I'm going to spend. I'm going to buy all the stupid crap that they're selling for Gears of War 3, so we can see what it looks like.
This was a thing that sort of flared up. Actually, the day we were doing the Big Live show, I picked up the red phone a couple of times. People were like, "Hey, what do you think about this on this DLC weapons packs that Epic's doing?" And I was, none of us were paying attention to anything that was going on that day. By the time Monday rolled around, this had sort of kind of dissipated as the on-disc DLC kerfuffles kind of do. But yeah, now that it's out, people are starting to see what's available on the disc, what you have to purchase, what's premium, what's free, what's earnable, and it's kind of confusing.
Yeah, and I don't think it being on the disc is the problem.
Well, we should maybe, because we talk, especially being some big Mortal Kombat fans in the office, as a game that ran into problems with not having stuff on DLC when they tried to roll that out for more players.
Right.
There's a reason behind putting it on the disc.
Yeah, and it's a multiplayer content, so everyone kind of needs it for it to work. And yeah, it totally broke Mortal Kombat in a lot of ways. So and like putting these textures together, not a lot of work. I'm gonna guess. So putting it on the disc at the end of development, probably not that big of a deal. So I guess I can't blame them for that part of it. It's the part where it exists, and the part where actually how much you can actually spend on this stuff. So right now, this stuff I don't think is actually up as piecemeal downloads. Okay, it is now. So
this stuff has been going. This stuff has been there while you were reviewing it, but
but
as it's gotten closer to launch,
broken. Now it's actually showing up. So this is So this is
no refunds.
No refunds. So this is a digital camo set that you can apply to all of your weapons, all of your starting, or I guess all your weapons. Oops. Okay. And they want 240 points. What is that? That's $3? No. What is that? That's
80 points is
$80
$1.
dollars. Yeah, $3.
Yeah.
And that's the price for kind of with these one-off ones, I guess.
But you can buy them in a bundle as well.
$320 for a bundle. Yeah. So they have these individual bundles here. But if you just go to the straight up marketplace, you can just buy them all.
And these are not included in the season pass.
We're gonna find that out.
Okay, so this will be step one to see.
Yeah.
Because if it's not in the season pass, the price to get all of the DLC plus the weapon skins, even though there's no reason for any human being to want all of them.
Right.
But the value, technically the amount of money you'd have to spend is more than the price of the game.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
So these are the individual bundles here, but then. Some of the animated ones are more. I imagine because more work had to go into them, but I don't really know what that means.
It's a little strange that you can't. I mean, I don't know what's available on the web that you can't preview them in any sort of capacity, especially if they're going to say animated. What does that mean?
What does that mean? So if you want to just get all of the skins for a specific weapon, they've bundled them up that way too. So it's kind of there are a lot of different ways to spend a whole lot of money if that's what you want to do. I can't say I recommend that. But yeah, if you want all the weapon skins that are at launch collection, implying that there may be more down the road, right?
Well, this guy's got something to do.
All right, let's buy the season pass and see what happens. Now this is what they're saying is what is it? 4 things, 33% discount of 4 downloadable content packages, 1 per quarter, starting in November, and you get an exclusive liquid metal animated weapon skin.
But it says nothing about any of the other weapon skins.
Right. I'm guessing they don't. I'm guessing it doesn't come with any of the other weapon skins because the bundle weapon skins costs more than all this actual video game content. Okay.
So now you have the season pass.
So now I have the season pass. Let's just go back to the weapon skin stuff just to make sure. All right. So these are all still. That's just it. Added this new one here.
That's the liquid.
This is liquid metal, I guess. Should we go to the game and see what this looks like?
Sure.
All right.
This is one of the animated ones, right?
Yeah.
So I guess we can see what animated means.
So let's just quickly start a private match here.
I guess one of the things we're seeing here is the limitations of a service from 5 years ago, running up against new business models that it is not equipped to service the developers or the users.
Right, because because this stuff kind of has to be on the disk for the way that they've structured it, and that's a sticking point for people, and it probably should be. All right, so there's our liquid metal skin. But yeah, ideally they'd be able to sell this stuff kind of one-off, however they want, and it would be something that they could push to all players very easily without having to deal with the patching process on the 360, and the PS3 certainly has similar issues.
I mean, the way they used to do this in Unreal Tournament, was that if you encountered a server where there were mods or skins or anything that you didn't have, it just downloaded it, applied it. You had to wait a couple minutes before you got into the match, but you had that, and then it was cached on your system. They don't. The way that the patches are structured for Microsoft, that's not possible. That's not something you can do on Xbox Live.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of the thing that ends up making Epic look pretty bad, because they kind of didn't. Well, there are probably better ways they could have handled this.
There's ways of presenting it. I mean, because it's easy to forget. Valve has done the exact same thing with Portal 2.
With the emotes and stuff.
The emotes for the co-op stuff was absurdly priced for what it is. But there's also, an issue of presentation. It's not up front. It's not in front of all the free stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the animated.
Yep. Whoop, whoop. I can still shoots like a gun.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's encouraging news.
But it shoots liquid metal bullets that are way cooler. Maybe we can chainsaw, dude. These bots are usually... Oh, not like that, though. Look at it animate.
That is so animated.
All right.
Suck it, Pixar.
It's made of liquid metal.
T1000 metal.
All right. Well, that, now we know, but do we really know?
No.
All right.
Probably not ever.
I'm going to do this.
Are you going to buy the big pack?
I recommend that no one do this. This is crazy.
You're encouraging this right now.
Oh, and I don't even have enough points.
I was secretly hoping this would happen.
I just bought points too. Before we started doing this.
And you thought you...
And I thought I had enough. I was like,
you bought what, $60 worth of points?
50, I think.
50.
Yeah. All right, so I need
Look at that.
300. All right, so that's... Yep. Let's spend another $5. Great.
Now you're playing with power.
Stupid power. Don't do this.
Oh,
don't do
no,
this.
Cancel! My soul is a little darker as a result.
This is weird. We just want to show this stuff off. I think people would be interested in seeing what this stuff is, so that they know not to go down this dark path themselves.
Well, again, that's one of the things. Like, there's no... Like, these little icons do not give you a good...
Oh, okay, all right, okay.
Those are unlockables.
These are unlockables. These are ones that you get through playing the game.
Does it have a horrible sense of panic?
Is there more stuff to buy? No!
There's no good way to preview these, so that even if you are... you get a sense... I guess you get a sense of what the pattern is going to look like, but it would be nice if maybe there was a video that popped up that showed this in action.
Yeah.
If you're going to charge for it, you got to give... People shouldn't have to go to YouTube to get a better sense. Within the game, within the context of your own storefront, they should be able to have a better idea of what they're getting in for.
Yeah. Yes.
And again, I don't know if that's a limitation of Xbox Live. I don't... there's all sorts of caveats to this, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter, because this is what the consumer is being presented with.
Right.
And
yeah.
The limitations of Xbox Live are not really their problem.
Yeah, and I guess I don't really have a problem with them offering one-off skins for sale.
So, if people are going to buy it,
this is going to be... This is going to be in pretty much every game eventually.
Look how quickly EA threw out season passes not even a year ago, and look, now it's in Gears of War. Like, that is a industry standard now.
Right.
That is in every major game going forward. that has regular
and
DLC.
And it's a decent value for
if you're
consumers.
saving,
Like,
if you're saving money,
I don't necessarily feel.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. That's kind of ugly.
What?
I don't even know why you would do that. These aren't even cool looking.
Yeah, I need to see what this one looks like on a gun, because that looks kind of bad. Oh, you know what? Maybe it's the color of your team. It's not going to be split down the middle like that. It's probably just all one color, because I think one of them is like a team color mod.
That is way more logical.
Yeah. Not that I'm against two-tone guns. Just to be clear.
Now I wish it was the rainbow one.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, microtransactions and cosmetic upgrades and stuff like that, I mean, that's been around for a while. It's not going to go away. If anything, it's going to... I feel like this game makes it clear that it's just going to be deeply ingrained into just about anything where they can fit it from here on out.
But I suppose I can see the argument from the consumer side being, well, you're getting all this money on top of the game for things that in many senses used to be free, these sort of flourishes,
Yeah.
now you're charging for them. The game's still $60.
Right.
It's not reflected in the product that you're paying for that you're getting this additional compensation on top. Whereas you see things like Team Fortress 2 going, you know, free to play.
Yeah.
So I think there's a valid argument to be made there that the $60 model could reflect in some way they're getting more
Yeah.
money without offering the consumer necessarily something in exchange.
Yeah, you're right, and I think that's that's definitely like you hear developers complain a lot about games not making the money that they used to, and then coming out with this supplemental stuff. But yeah, they're taking one part of the business model but not the other.
Yeah, it's a give and take. But dude, people buy it. I mean, consumers like to get upset on the internet, but more often than not.
Yeah,
they if you didn't buy it, they wouldn't make it. So people buy it, and
I'm sorry for fucking this up for everybody by buying this.
Oh,
we're now a statistic. Look at them. We sold this money.
We're probably the first people to buy that pack.
That can't be true.
What if it's true?
Oh. But and I wonder. I mean, the profit margins for them have to be crazy because, like, really, how long did it take them to make?
Yeah.
These skins versus the amount of money that they're selling them for. I mean, they're gonna.
I guess in some sense, I'm sort of disappointed with how there's not more done with that. Like,
Yeah. But it's
just a flower pattern.
It's weird because they're not very good, and
well, you would think that the motivation behind
and they're really expensive. Like even the one-off ones, it's not like it's $1. There's no purchase in there that's $1. It's all $2 or $3. If it was like, hey, get a skin for your gun, it's $1. Like, oh, yeah, okay, I guess. But once you start getting a 2 or 3, like, what do you? That just you're making a kind of crappy deal seem like robbery at some point.
Right, yeah, it needs to do, the whole idea behind these personal flourishes is that, oh God, when you're playing, you'll see another player with it, and then you're jealous. Like, that's the psychological mechanism behind these.
Right.
That, oh, that's cool, I want that for my guy, or I find that's worth $2. But none of these seem, the epitome of that is the recon armor for Halo, which they didn't charge for, that was just one of those random things that you could earn or the developers had, and that became a big part of that experience, was trying to grab that, and none of these really scream to me, oh, if I saw that, I'd be,
yeah,
I got to get on there and get it.
And at the same time, like, I do kind of like the idea of when they will offer something that you can pay for, but also offer an in-game method to unlock the same thing.
Even if it's crazy.
Yeah, even if it's crazy.
If it's like, get 1 million kills,
yeah.
like, all right,
cool.
Fine, but at least there is there will be some guy who grinds through it because he wants to, or record some YouTube video. But
yeah,
I'm okay with absurd ways of unlocking paid content, especially when it's these sort of customized skins. Like, make it absurd so that people want to pay the $2, fine, but give people sort of a way out. Unless it's
Though this game does have those also. Like, some of the weapon skins that you... And I guess, you know, the counter to that would be, it's kind of nice that knowing that if you see someone with those skins, they're insane.
Yeah.
Like, it's a cool thing to know that someone can't buy their way out of that stuff. So
Yep.
I guess I see it both ways.
Well, there's also some skins, if you didn't participate in the beta, you will never have, theoretically.
Right. Yeah. There's a character you won't get, and there's weapon skins that you won't get. And there's stuff in this game for playing Gears on PC, for Christ's sake.
Really?
Yeah. It's kind of awesome.
That is kind of great.
Yeah.
Is it just having a save or achievements?
It's having any achievement in Gears PC is how they key that one.
That's kind of.
And then they have other stuff like built in based on like achievements you earned in Gears 2 and Gears 1, and you know, kind of your progress there.
It's kind of a cool way of tying everything together.
Yeah.
You know, given that it sounds like the campaign has some finality to it, to actually have that tied into this weird meta game as well.
Yeah.
It sort of puts everything with a nice bow.
All right, let's find a sunny spot to look at these last couple of skins here. We're not going to go through every single one. I gotta say, I'm kind of like, even as a dumb...
Like, what? Well, I guess it's...
Oh, it animates.
All right. Look, they won us over.
All right.
But see, you know what? That's absurd and stupid.
Yes.
I get that.
Yep.
I get that. I kind of wish it was the whole gun, but
right.
But that, if I got killed by that, I'd be kind of pissed off. Like that, I think that's a funny humiliation tool.
But you can barely even see it when it's pointed at you. I guess you still see it. I just wonder how many people will even notice if someone else is using one of these.
If someone's on your team and they're hiding a cover and you saw that.
Yeah.
Maybe not on the other side of the barrel, but
right.
if you're playing with someone, you would probably bump into that. And see, that's the kind of shit that's worth $2. Like, I'm now endorsing a bad trend.
Oh.
But if you're gonna do it, you know, a flower skin.
Yeah, at least make the skin as stupid as you possibly can.
Right. Acknowledge that the reason people are buying these is for stupid reasons. So at least make them stupid.
I just killed that guy with a rainbow shotgun.
See?
Yeah. I don't know. The pricing still feels out of whack.
It does. You know, given... You don't want to make too many assumptions about, you know, a dev process, but it is hard to look at some of these and be like, that was an hour.
Did this take like 3 artists 2 days? Maybe. You know, well, whatever. I don't even want to speculate on that because I have no idea.
But either way, whatever the process, the outcome does not show for what they are charging.
Yeah.
You know, if all of these things were $1 or, you know, even lower than that, 50 cents, you start to get into territory where it's like, all right, fine, whatever. But $2-3 is... That adds up quick. That's a lot to ask.
I feel like in 6 months or something, like they're going to release some statistic that proves everything that we're saying wrong.
No,
they're like, oh yep, everyone is totally willing to pay $2 to $3 for web skins.
I bet they are. Again, the classic one I always go back to is everyone bitching and moaning over Modern Warfare 2's dedicated server, starting a Steam group dedicated to protesting the purchase of that, and then the screenshot that went around the day of, where all those people in that group were playing Modern Warfare 2. Like.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Consumers, we are weak.
When you attach rainbow animated graphics to a gun.
Yeah. Well, okay. I'm just sticking to my original. Don't buy this.
Yeah.
I mean, do not buy the full pack under any circumstances. If you see this rainbow gun and go like, I want rainbow guns, you know.
All right.
I'm not going to endorse it, but I understand.
I mean, look at it.
Now look at his gun. His gun sucks. The AI is programmed to show off how awesome your gun skin is.
It says like hit A to enter Xbox Live Marketplace, so you can, in the heat of battle, you can swap guns. Oh no, I just gave away a great idea.
Yep, it's $1 million idea. All right, that's it for us. Gears of War is out tomorrow, so I recommend the game.
I'm depressed.
Absolutely, under any circumstances, I recommend the game. But this stuff, don't be crazy. Just don't be crazy.